Megan, start out in the walk and just make a few circles and turns in the turn and bend and counter bend. So Megan, in those few steps, does he already feel different?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So Megan, let's do some walk, trot, canter, and canter, trot, walk transitions. And see if you can get longitudinal organized to where he stays soft and round in your hand. And just think, when you feel him pushing, when you feel a push in your hand, okay, go to holding and adding leg. That's what the push, what's going to make the push go away, because there, very good. Feel that? So you should, your guideposts are relaxed, soft, swinging gait, suppleness through the top line. That is your measure, I guess, for lack of a better term, that you are there, okay? So, Megan, go back to the walk. Okay, Megan, this is the hunter thing to do. You're not in an under saddle class, okay? Don't throw the reins away and hope the horse catches up. Feel both corners of the mouth and add your leg to that. There. Now he started trotting with his head down. Now you probably use less aids, okay? Look where you're going. So right there, did you feel how your left hand started pushing over? Go to your left leg. If you do it correctly, your inside rein should not touch the neck. If your hand crosses against the withers, you are not using enough inside leg. There, very good. Use more inside leg. Good. So can you, right there, too stiff on the left rein and too much rein against it. So just make it go straight and make a circle somewhere. Just make a circle right there somewhere. Circle right. Good. So it's bending aids and turning aids. Turning aid puts the bit on the track. Bending aid is your inside leg. Now a little more trot. There. Very good. Very good. Now finish that circle. Go straight. Make another one. The goal is to not lose the leg-hand connection. Beautiful. There you go. Very good, Megan. Good. Very good. So your outside leg catches if he wants to step past the outside boundary, but then make sure, Megan, your inside leg doesn't push anymore. Do you understand? So now go change across the diagonal. Go a little bit of a medium trot or a little lengthening. Good. Megan, your reins are too on and off. Keep a even feel on both reins. Inside leg to outside rein. You're posting diagonal changes when your direction changes. Oh, Lily. That's where you learned it. The minute your new inside leg goes forward, Megan, you're posting diagonal changes. Megan, your reins are on and off. Megan, think of elasticity in your elbow and connectivity to the bit, okay? Let your elbows be connected, not your hand is just a holding device. So Megan, when I drop the rein, it's my counter check whether I've done it right. But other than that, I have a steady contact on the reins. Beautiful, Megan. Fabulous. Fabulous. Totally fabulous, Megan. So now play a little bit with lengthening, shortening, bending, circles, counter bending. Any which way you want to go. There. Good. So Megan, can you feel that all I did is take the 2x4 out of him? You swallowed somewhere along the way? So Megan, what kind of, did you want to do a counter bend through that turn? Megan, too much outside rein. Too much outside rein. Megan, come here for a second. Come here for a second. Hold on one second. Okay, this is something you kind of maybe want to use in teaching because it's a really pretty good visual aid. Let them okay, so we're talking about the gait on the track, okay? So just I'm just gonna go like this, okay? I'm gonna make you a turn to the right here, okay? So when I put the bit on the track, the bit is perpendicular, the shoulder is perpendicular, the haunches of the horse are perpendicular, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is change the direction, okay? So I'm gonna keep this bend, but I'm going this way, okay? So I'm gonna have to keep that same bend, okay? So if I take the bit, okay, it's gonna have to stay this way. So if you're going to take the right hand, because what you're trying to do is work the right leg to the left rein, correct? So now, if this is in the horse's mouth, and I start doing this, can you see what it does? That doesn't work for the horse's bit. Does that make sense? Because you can't push it outside. So it's going to end up starting to do this or
that's
this.
what I felt, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're feeling. So think of this. Do not let this hand move. This hand stands the same because you're doing beautiful turns into the true direction. So then when you're doing the counter bend, it is this leg to this hand. Okay? So this hand, because you're still bent this way. So this leg pushes the horse into this hand. So it's gonna have to do this. Does that make sense? Because the horse stays bent like this, but it's coming along to the left. Okay? Because every single time, Megan, you go to this with your inside hand, you're stiffening the shoulder. That's what we're trying to get away from. Okay? So just do it in the walk here. Just come here to the right. Walk to the right. Good. Don't let that, yeah. Good. Now keep that right hand to right hand. Right hand to right hand. Right hand, feel right there. Feel the difference? Can you feel that now? Do you feel like that makes sense?
Yes.
Now it stays round.
Yes.
Now look to the right, go right. Okay, now counter bend him. Bend him left. Good. Look right, you look right, you look right. Left hand to your left hip. Open your right rein a little bit. There. Feel that? Now do you feel how that left hand is totally not involved?
Right.
Yeah. Now you're teaching the horse to come off the left leg. That is how you teach them bending and counter bend. That if you do this, he can't physiologically, Megan, he can't do this. See how easy he responds to that? He gives you exactly the right answer, okay? So now go back to trotting, bending and counter bending. Good. So just think about that. Really important, okay? There. Very good. See how soft that left rein can stay? Anytime you want to take that left rein and change it, go to left leg. You totally got the right idea, Megan. You're just using the wrong tool. There. Very good. Very good, Megan. And then make sure, Megan, your right leg receives what your left leg creates and creates the boundary or a guardrail or barrier, okay? They have to work with each other, not against each other. There, perfect. Good. Now Megan, across the diagonal lengthening. Good. Somewhere, it doesn't matter, anywhere, whatever you choose. Lengthening. Don't let his frame lengthen. Little half halt, leg, half halt, leg, half halt, leg, half halt. Go, go, go. There. There. Very good. Very good. So can you feel how your leg arrives in your hand? Then you give him a little half halt, bump him back to the leg again. So right there, bend him to the, are you going to do counter bend? That's fine too. Okay. Very good. Good. Now, right here in this middle, a circle. Very good. So every time you go from counter bend to the true direction, ask him with your inside leg to step further. So Megan, every time that inside leg comes off the ground, it's when your seat is in the saddle, okay? That inside leg pushes. Just the inside leg. Ease off a little on that outside leg in the turn. Your outside leg is your engine leg. Your inside leg is your bending leg. There, very good. Now Megan, across the diagonal, straight, transition walk, and you want that frame. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, walk, little half fold, 1, 2, 3, 4, transition trot. Feel his mouth. Transition trot. There, very good. Your reins are too loose. Feel it. Can you feel how you want to just throw them away? Don't throw your reins away. Your leg and your hand have to have an intimate relationship. You throw the reins away, there's no countermeasure to what the leg does, okay? So then the information is getting lost. Beautiful. Fabulous. Feel the difference.
Yes.
Isn't
do
this-
what I teach.
Huh?
I said do what I teach.
Yeah, do what you teach.
It's okay, Megan, I get it.
Do what I teach, that's right. But Megan, that's why we teachers need teachers, huh?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, whenever I've got somebody good, I always ride with them. Very good. So now it should turn into a ballet, okay? Lengthening, shortening, bending, counter bending, no throwing away any of the reins. Is that better? There, very good. Very good. Very good. Perfect. So now the key is, Lily, like you and I talked about, is understanding the box, creating the box, and then having the synergy of the aids work together, okay? Lily read my little blog about Symphony of Eights. I call it Symphony of Eights, okay? Making you too much right rein. Go to right leg. Good. Now Megan, test his boundaries a little bit. Ask him for a little more extension. Come on. In your homework at home, you always want to ride the horses to the extent of their step. You want to do the extension and the collection. You want to do everything. So that makes your horses more adjustable at the horse show. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That is what gets your range of motion when you are showing. That's what gives you the 4 inches to get the perfect distance, okay? Very good change. Megan, beautiful. Very good. Soften a little bit. Let his nose come out just a smidgen. Good. So, very good. Now he's happy, okay? Can you feel how soft he is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, somewhere go back to a little slower trot and pick up a canter. So exactly the same thing in the canter, okay? Very good. Good. So you're going to do the same thing in the canter. You're going to just keep him soft and round, ride a circle somewhere, extend a little bit, collect a little bit. So Megan, when I do the flying changes, my inside leg always moves the horse to the outside rein. My bit puts the horse slightly to the outside of the track that I'm on. And then my outside leg just protects the haunches, okay? So now, so Megan, right there, do that again. It's a counter bend in the canter, okay? But make sure you're just asking for the counter bend. Now go straight and open up to a little gallop. Good. Very good. Keep it balanced. Excellent. Now make a circle up there. Shannon, too much outside, too much outside rein. You gotta give on the outside rein. Give on that outside rein so he can bend into it. Bend into it. He's gotta be able to bend. His nose needs to look to the right, Megan, not the left. Little more outside leg. Good. His body, his spine needs to meet the track that you're on, okay? There. When your outside rein gets too restricted, see if you can make that little circle that I made here. Your outside rein, right hand to right hip. Remember, you got to feel like you have the bit in the hand, okay? So the bit has to be perpendicular to the track. Feel the mouth, don't hold the mouth, and add the leg. Good, and then soften on the inside rein. Soften. Just soften whenever you can. There, very good. You feel how it got better?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't want to hold the inside rein. You want to soften on the inside rein. Good. Megan, now just canter straight here. and then just come up the side and just kind of that little vertical, that little cavaletti thing in the middle. And see if you can come out of the turn. I don't care how you get there, Megan. I just want to see a soft ride. Just float the reins to him. Don't hurry. I don't care how you get there. Float the reins. Don't manage it. Just look at it and float the reins. Just put the bit on the track. Perfect. Perfect. Good. Now keep going. Do the same thing again and then just change in the other direction. So put the bit on the track. Let him float a little bit more. There. Good. So you're going to come off of it and you're going to turn left, just like what I did. Perfect. Good. Now manage a little bit, but manage. Inside leg to outside rein. There. Now give again on the inside rein. Can you feel that, Megan? Yeah. Now come off it on this side. So when you're landing on this side, you'll land on the right lead if you manage it right. Perfect. Now open the outside rein a little bit. Inside leg. There. Feel that? Good. That's what we talk about when we manage the bend. Okay? Very good. Good. Now transition trot. Keep cantering. Keep cantering. Now Megan, I want you to do a down transition by giving him half halt and taking the energy out of your leg and your body. Half halt, take the energy out. Feel the difference? How much rein did you need? None. Transition walk the same way. Good. Transition halt the same way. Okay. Make sense?
Yeah.
Feel different?
Yes.
Easier?
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
It's
Okay.
easier to do what I actually teach.
I know.
God bless it.
How about that?
Right?
Very good. Okay. So that's basically in a nutshell the principle of what, you know, what, and I didn't make that up, okay? This is like 2,000 years old, okay?
Right.
I'm just packaging it in my own way that makes sense in my own head and that I find it makes sense to whom I teach it,
Right.
okay? And so that's essentially what I want them to do, okay? That's essentially what I want the horses to do. It's managing the bend. So I have a question now. Why are you having a problem with him rubbing his nose? He wants to rub his nose on his leg. Why do you have you yank his head up? I'm just curious why. It's just a rule of yours, or?
Someone taught me a long time ago that they shouldn't rub while you're on them.
Okay, do you think that's valid, or do you think that's not valid? Or is it, I mean, I don't, Megan, it's not.
I mean.
It's not here or there to me.
Right.
See, so like the way I look at it is he's just done a great job. I've ridden him, you've ridden him, Lily's gonna get on him.
Right.
So if I drop the rein and go to the bucket, you are on your own time.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
That's
no,
how I look at it.
definitely. Yeah.
To me, that's being fair to the horse.
Right.
Okay, so now I put the reins on the bucket. Now, my expectation is you stand. Because the first day that I got on him, neither would he stand and he would paw. Okay?
Right.
And I know he didn't do that with me. That's a bunch of BS. Okay?
Yeah.
So he's on his own time. He can snort, he can rub, he can do anything you want. As soon as he moves his feet, he's on my time. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then I put him in a turn and I tell him, oh, you can move your leg, but on my time. Okay? But when I pick up the reins and I have a contact on his mouth, he's on my dime.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So now you're just saying to him, in other words, you're saying to him, you've been such a good boy. Okay?
Right.
He's off the clock. Okay? So now if you pick up the reins again and you ask him to do something, he's on the clock. And Megan, I'm not trying to change your rules.
No.
I'm just telling you why. And I always like asking
Yeah.
people why they do something because I can
Now I
learn
remember
something.
why. I've watched a horse get a full cheek cut in a pull.
doesn't let you do it.
Yeah, I know George hates that. I know George hates that. I totally
that's part of
understand.
that.
I
I was like,
understand
why
that.
do I
Completely
not
understand
allow
that.
it?
But
Because I've watched a full cheek get
I know, and one of our veterinarians had the horse in a barn aisle. It turned its head and got the full cheek caught on the stirrup iron, and the horse broke its neck. So totally okay. Okay, that's just my rule. And there's no right or wrong or good or bad. I'm just sharing that with you. Okay, I've never had that experience.
Right.
Okay, but there's no right or wrong or good or bad. I just know, which is sometimes hard for the horses, okay?
Right.
I know that out of my program, he was allowed to do that, okay? So he wouldn't think there's anything wrong
Right,
with that,
so he doesn't
doing it in your
understand.
program.
Right.
Okay, that's the
Yes.
only reason why I
Yeah.
said that, okay? And that happens a lot. It's like, if you read, like, articles of the older horsemen, you know, Gordon Wright or, who owned Gem Twist?
Greg Beth.
Greg Beth. Okay, Greg Beth, when you read articles about him, okay, he'll tell you that he will talk to, wherever he buys a horse, he will talk to the previous owners, what their routines was in this kind of stuff.
Right.
Because he doesn't want to, all of a sudden the horse does something and now it gets punished for it.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
So the old horsemen are very good about that. I mean, they give you a report as to what the horse has done, okay? Just a question, just out there. It's not good or bad or right or wrong. I'm just giving you my 2 cents worth. Lily, your turn. Megan, any questions?
Let me absorb it and I will probably, I will have some.
Okay. Go absorb.
You want me to carry